Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. We are returning today to 642 Things to Draw. I honestly really love this book. It is the book that just keeps on giving. Every time I go into there, there's something new to draw, and that's the whole idea. 642 prompts, each in their own little box. If you've seen these videos before, you'll know what's happening. If you haven't, there is a whole playlist. Go and check. We're slowly working our way through this. Maybe I'll complete it at some point. 642. I think we're in the teens at the moment. But I thought after our little Grogu project over here and spending so much time on quite an involved project, this is a perfect palette cleanser, a nice little quick project to do. So for my own mental health, I'm going to do a nice quick little doodle today. I've got something already picked out, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we are going to get stuck in. So this is the 642 Things to Draw book. I've got my finger in the page that I am going to be doing today, but as you can see, all of these lovely prompts. That's one that we've done previously. And another one, there we go. So we are slowly filling it up, but there's still a lot of blank pages. So I may do some live streams actually, maybe some Patreon stuff so that we can do this a little bit quicker. But today, I've got this lovely spread of 8 different prompts, and I have chosen this one down here, which is a bee. And the reason I've chosen this is because I have a massive hedge outside on one side of my garden, which really needs to be cut back, but at the moment it's in bloom and the bees are absolutely loving it. So I'm kind of reluctant to do that because, you know, it's helping the bees. So this is what we're going to do today. Grab a random pencil. What have we got? We've got a Faber-Castell 2B, and another 2B. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit to make it a little bit clearer, and I'll have a little chat with you whilst I sketch this out. So this is not going to be sped up at all today. This is a 100% real-time sketch. I'm not cutting anything out at all. You'll see me stopping and pausing and standing back and looking at what I'm doing and all sorts. So the reason I'm doing this today and the reason I'm putting this whole thing in is because if you are a regular here, you'll know that I am all about the positive mental health as well. And if you're not a regular here, then kind of positive mental health and well-being is definitely something that I am incredibly passionate about, and I don't shy away from talking about it either. And I have recently been struggling a little bit with my mental health, just in terms of a little bit of anxiety, maybe overworking myself a little bit, but it's very much putting lots of things into place now to make things easier in the future. So I know exactly what I'm doing, and doing this kind of mindful activity certainly helps. So that's what I'm doing today. So the bee itself, very simple. I've got a bean-shaped body, and I'm just very loosely sketched in where the head, wings, legs will be. I'm not really worried about being 100% anatomically correct on this, although I'm going to try as much as I can. So one of the things that's been keeping me very occupied recently is I actually, by the time this video goes out, would have already done it, but I've been preparing for a gig. So my first solo gig in well over a decade. So I actually used to be a musical theatre actor. I haven't done it for a very long time because of, well, reasons that I've talked about on this channel before, and reasons that affect my mental health as well. So this for me is quite a big step into going out by myself and reclaiming a bit of my old life. So I've been frantically putting together a song list and enjoying that, and kind of going through songs I know and enjoy and rehearsing and trying to remember words, which is not always easy for me, but has been a lot of fun. And yeah, the gig actually went rather well. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to get up and sing and express myself. In fact, I'd love to show some of you here on YouTube how it went, but due to copyright, I'm sure they would be taken down immediately. However, these lovely people that are coming up on your screen now, some of them have changed their tiers. These are the two top tiers on my Patreon. So these are the tadpoles and the frog. So there is the lowest tier is frog spawn, so that's just to support the channel. These ones get extra benefits as well, including access to the Discord server. The highest tier gets a discount on my Etsy store. Lots and lots of good stuff. So I'm going to be posting clips of that gig over on Patreon as an exclusive to them. I've actually been booked for another gig off the back of it, which has been really great and really lots of fun. So I'm feeling much better in myself through doing this and through having that gig and singing and just kind of having some time for myself to do what makes me happy. So my hope is that if you are struggling, if you're having a particularly hard time at the moment, or maybe you just need to do a little bit of moving meditation, grab some paper, grab a pencil, draw along with me, or find your own prompt and just draw something whilst I'm talking. I've got loads of videos that you can go and check out and just have in the background. I've been told I have a very soothing voice. I'm probably sure it's more like Marmite and some of you will hate it, but that's fine as well. So in terms of this drawing, I'm kind of approaching this like I would a portrait as well, and I got my basic shape down. Then I put in some very basic shading, and now I've gone in and you can see where I've defined some of those shadow shapes, some of the highlight shapes. I'm just going to go in and really push those, and it's a case of building up a sketch like this. I don't want to go in and be really heavy-handed because this is just for fun. So I'm just going nice and light and building up, and I don't want to go in too hard and destroy something that should be a nice light colour. So I've zoomed in a little bit here because we're coming into a little bit of detail now, and I'm going to share a little trick, little insider knowledge when it comes to slightly more detailed parts, particularly on insects, but this works for trees and faces and anything that you're drawing. So I'll show you on the legs here. The legs are made up of quite specific little jointed pieces. The fact is, unless you are an expert in bees and insects, you're not going to know what those pieces look like exactly. So just having a rough idea and doing these little rough squiggles, as long as you've got the confidence behind it, the confidence of your own convictions to say, yeah, this is a bee leg, or this is a car antenna, or this is a tree branch, as long as you are getting the basics correct, the actual detail itself doesn't matter too much, particularly in a sketch like this. Why not go crazy? I could give this bee massive, great big long legs if I wanted to and turn it into my own kind of insect. But I'm aiming for some level of realism here. You notice as well on the face, I'm not going in on mandibles or plating or anything like that. I'm going very loose. I've just got the eye and the basic shape of the head there, and a very loose, exactly the same as I have with the legs. I'm going to do the same for the antennas as well. It's all about taking a step back, which I do quite a lot when I'm doing this kind of sketching. Take a step back and saying, does that look right? Yeah, that's fine, that'll do. And if it doesn't look right, you know what, it's a sketch, change it, it's fine. No one's going to know except you, or unless you post it on the internet for hundreds and thousands of people to look at. But you know, that's that's my choice, I guess. But yeah, I really just wanted to say thank you to my patrons, obviously, but thank you to all of you for watching. I really enjoy doing this, actually doing YouTube itself and sharing content and making things for you guys is also a really positive mental health thing for me, and I know that it's helped lots of people out there. I get comments all the time from people in various situations with both physical and mental health who reach out and have a chat with me. And actually, if you want to reach out and have a chat with me, go for it. Leave a comment down below. I'm on Thread. Is it Thread? That's a new one, isn't it? I'm Thread, Twitter, Instagram, all of those places. Reach out to me. Tell me your stories. Have a conversation with me. If you want to get really in depth, then you know, join Patreon and go on the Discord and we can have a proper chat there. But yeah, I'm always happy to talk to new people and offer any advice that I can. So I'm going to use that same approach as I did with the legs for the wings. So I could go in here and I could draw every single cell on these little tiny wings and make it this perfect stained glass. But it's a sketch. I'm not going to. I'm going to put a little bit of shadow in there where the light's not quite getting through all of those layers, a little bit of lightness for a bit of refraction of light, and that is really it. You'll notice as well I came in with the eraser. If you're working just in pencil, then there we go. An eraser is a really good tool. You're basically drawing with negative. And it's going to bring a little bit of life and a little bit of dimension to anything you do just with pencil. Actually coming fairly close to the end of this now, so it's just a little bit of refinement to do. I really hope you've enjoyed me rambling whilst I chat. And again, if you want to reach out to me and chat and talk about mental health, physical health, whatever you want to talk about, please do. I do really, really enjoy it. But for now, I'm going to leave you with the last little bit of this sketch, and I'll come to you right at the very end with my final thoughts. Okay, so that's a real-time sketch of a bee, and I actually really enjoyed that. I feel nice and relaxed and calm and ready for my gig tomorrow, which by the time this video goes out will have already happened, so hopefully it went well. But yeah, I'm feeling good. So I highly recommend, if you're feeling a little deflated, a little bit stressed, then grab some paper, grab a pencil, just do some sketching. It is a massive stress relief. As always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.